It didn't really hit me until literally today that I realized I've made over $500,000 online at 18 years old. No college degree, no uni degree. Dropped out of the education system when I was 17 years old. I bought my dream car, $100,000 Corvette CA, fully paid off, 18 years old. And I come to realize that although the journey has been relatively quick, or I achieved greatness at a relatively young age, it never will be actually fast. What you want is always going to be on the other side of long nights, painful hours, painful weeks, painful months, and it's part of the process. Climbing over that painful wall with spikes is inevitable. You can never get to exactly where you want to be by always staying in your comfort zone. That's very, very important, okay? What you always want will be on the other side of risk, pain, doubt, hard work, fear. It's a solely part of the process. And I started my YouTube journey actually back in 2020 when I was 14 years old in high school. When I started, everyone was against my back. I had no one but myself and my brain to clap in the auditorium and make sure I was keep on going, because I knew at the end of the day that there was real money to be made within the online space, within YouTube, ad revenue, digital products, affiliate marketing. I was skipping class and I was literally sacrificing, coming from someone who has Asian parents. I had high expectations to perform well in school, and I couldn't blame them, because that's literally what the traditional education thought process has led you to believe. You have to do well in the education system. You have to go through the 9-to-5 route. It's the only way for safety and security. But in this new meta that we live in, nothing matters more than your capability to grind through hard work, to never give up, to innovate, find different ways to make things work. It's not even about, because this is actually contradicting in school, it's not about how you get there. It's about if you even get there. The destination doesn't care whether or not you did it the easy way or the slow way or the fast way or even the legal way. As long as you get to the destination, this is by no means saying to do anything illegal or immoral, but all what matters in life is you get to your end destination fully. That's literally it. It doesn't matter how you make $1 million as long as you do it legally and semi-morally. And that's what I come to realize. There's definitely hacks and glitches within the system that allows us, with the same amount of energy, time, and effort, to get a different result. And that is coming through leverage. So for you to make a lot of money, for me personally, I understood to make a lot of money, I have to leverage output, getting more output for the same amount of input. That's the only way for me at 18 years old to be able to afford cars that people 40-year-olds would be able to afford, okay? So that's number one. Once I realized that, I had to make sacrifices. I had to make changes of plans, even changes of action. The end goal never changed. That has to stay the same. The end goal of being able to retire and care for your parents, unlimited financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, that should never change. But how you get there will constantly, and it should change over time. I've switched 4 different business models at this point since 14 years old. I tried being a full-on YouTuber with vlogs, with gaming YouTube, everything on YouTube, okay? I switched over to affiliate marketing. That's when I made my first $10,000 at 15 years old, Canadian dollars. Then at 16, I tried YouTube automation. Boom, that's when I made my first $38,000 a year at 16. 17, I continued to expand my YouTube automation journey. And although there was countless trials and errors, I understood that going to create content that stays and lasts, that is evergreen, rather than viral ideas that just constantly die out and chasing for your next video to keep on getting views, wasn't as sustainable. So I kept on growing the slow but sure evergreen journey while then starting a personal brand. Boom, I'm currently 18. I make all my money now off of YouTube personal brand. Those are my main source of income. I dabble around here and there with crypto and e-commerce as well. But after trying countless different business models, failing more times than most people has even tried, the number one biggest trait it comes to building a successful empire online is having the guts to never quit, even when you're stacked against everything. All the odds are stacked up against you. You tried so long, you just kept on failing. But what Alex Hormozy says the best. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about how intelligent you are. It's not about any of those. It's not even about how hardworking you are. All what matters is the ability to show up every single day, day after day, week after week, year after year, changing different plans, trying everything you can to succeed, and just never having the balls